Hello, team, and welcome to day 4 of Construction Inclusion Week. Today, we are going to be talking about workplace culture. But first, let's enjoy a short video.
We survey CEOs, police officers, truck drivers, cooks, engineers. If people are working, we've surveyed them. And what we know in terms of their happiness, workers all want the same things. There's 3 billion working people in the world, and about 40% of them would say they're happy at work. That means about 1.8 billion, or almost 2 billion people, are not happy at work. What does that do, both to those people and the organizations that they work in? Well, let's talk about money. Organizations that have a lot of happy employees have 3 times the revenue growth compared to organizations where that's not true. They outperform the stock market by a factor of 3. And if you look at employee turnover, it's half that of organizations that have a lot of unhappy employees. The miracle thing is you don't have to spend more money to make this happen. It's not about ping pong tables and massages and pet walking. It's not about the perks. It's all about how they're treated by their leaders and by the people that they work with. So, I'd like to share a few ideas that create happy employees. Idea number 1. In organizations where employees are happy, what you find is 2 things are present: trust and respect. Leaders often say, we trust our employees, we empower our employees, and then when an employee needs a laptop, and this is a true example, 15 people have to approve that laptop. So for the employee, all the words are right, but 15 levels of approval for a $1,500 laptop? You've actually spent more money than the laptop on the approval, and the employee feels maybe they're really not trusted. So what can an organization do to have a high level of trust? The first organization that comes to mind is Four Seasons. They have magnificent properties all around the world, and their employees are told, do whatever you think is right when servicing the customer. To hand that trust to your employees, to do whatever they think is right, makes the employees feel great. And this is why they're known for delivering some of the best service in the world. Idea number 2, fairness. The thing that erodes trust in an organization faster than anything else is when employees feel that they're being treated unfairly. Employees want to be treated the same, regardless of their rank or their tenure or their age or their experience or their job category compared to anyone else. When I think about great organizations who get fairness right, the first organization that comes to mind is Salesforce. They found that men and women working in the same job with the same level of proficiency were making different amounts of money. So immediately, they calculated the difference and they invested $3 million to try and balance things out. Idea number 3 is listening. So to be a listener who connects with all types of people, we have to unlearn a few things. We've all been taught about active listening and eye contact, an intense stare, and a compassionate look. That's not listening. Repeating what the person says, that's not listening. Being humble and always hunting and searching for the best idea possible, that's what listening is. And employees can feel whether you're doing that or not. They want to know when they talk to you and share an idea, did you consider it when you made a decision? The one thing that everybody appreciates and wants when they're speaking is to know that what they say matters so much, you might actually change your mind. Otherwise, what's the point of the conversation? We all know the things we need to change, the things that we need to do differently. The way you behave, the way you treat others, the way you respond, the way you support defines the work experience for everyone around you. Changing to be a better person, the world is littered with those failures. But changing because there's something you believe in, some purpose that you have, where you're willing to risk almost everything because it's so important to you. That's the reason to change. If it's not, you should probably find a different place to work.
Let's discuss some defining attitudes that either directly or indirectly harm others in the workplace. Racism, discriminatory or prejudicial attitudes and systems that harm racialized communities. Sexism and genderism, discrimination towards people based on their sex and or gender identity. Ageism, discrimination based on age. Homophobia, fear, hatred, discomfort with, or mistrust of people who are LGBTQIA+. Religious bias, Preferences, attitudes, and actions that affect people based on their religious beliefs and practices. Xenophobia, prejudice and or dislike of people from other countries. Sustaining a respectful workplace is critical to the continued safety and well-being of each employee. Words, attitudes, and behaviors have power. We must commit to leading conversations and to uncovering attitudes that lead to actions that cause harm or pain to others, replacing them with actions that demonstrate respect, inclusion, caring, and dignity for others. It takes each of us to create and maintain an environment that insists on respect. It takes courage to admit our attitudes and actions actually harm people. Listen, I've been out in the field, I've had conversations with many of you, and I continuously hear the same message. We feel left out. We feel as though no one is listening to us back at the home office. And so I want you to know that the AKA team is listening. And we want to make a commitment to those of you who are out in the field. And so, what we are proposing is that we have a brown bag monthly roll call. And this is a monthly meeting, probably happening towards the end of the month, where each one of our field members will have an opportunity to join, to share their thoughts, experiences, ideas, and any concerns that you may have on matters happening within the company or even matters specifically associated with your site. This also provides the field workforce an opportunity to learn about information that the home office would like to share, to hear about upcoming events, and to also be very much kept in the loop on any other matters that may come up. This is also an opportunity for us all to move the culture forward. The AKA team supports a lot of construction education courses for young adults who are looking to join the construction field. And so, what we're hoping for is an opportunity to encourage you and to also schedule volunteer participation in these construction education programs. There will be opportunities to speak as a guest, to teach, um, and to do some volunteer work, and also to offer mentorship. So we'll be looking to roll this brown bag roll call out very soon.
Thank you for that, Will. Now let's reflect. Have you experienced or witnessed an event in which you heard an attitude or a comment that was not respectful to others? What did you do? What might you do differently next time? How do you create an environment that makes others feel comfortable coming to you when they feel they have not been respected? What steps would you take to make sure it does not happen again? And based on what you have learned today, what is one commitment you will make now to contribute to a respectful workplace? Again, all reflection questions can be answered and sent to DEI at akateam.com. Thank you and happy Construction Inclusion Week.